Hello, we're back on Farming Simulator 22. Hi, I'm Farmer Teacher. We're on a new American map here. Not the new American map. This one is called Somerset. Somerset. If you like large maps in the United States with cool houses, this one is for you. So real quick, we're going to take a look around the house here. Very nicely laid out. You can go inside this house, unlike a lot of houses in Farming Simulator 22. This one has a lot of detail. Fireplace, you have a loft you can go up. Really cool. The doors work. You got a bathroom, you can go in there and do your wardrobe, change clothes. You can wash your clothes in there, theoretically. And then, of course, you go in the bedroom here to sleep. Opens up to a beautiful deck. And there you go, beautiful house. Let's take a walk down here. This is where the, oh, a bunch of deer. This is where the horse ranch is. Or horse stable, I should say. So you can buy horses, put those in here. Okay, let's go up this hill. Your farm is very large that you come with. Comes with a lot of stuff. So if you like big farms, you're gonna like this map. And I like the map anyway. There's a lot of beautiful stuff there. You've got a bale shelter here that holds 1,200 bales. Very large if you want to do bales. You have a large cow pen that holds like 500 cows. Cow barn, I should say. You can either put feed or hay inside or use the feeding robot. It has that too, right here. So you put stuff on this side. Hay, straw, silage, and mineral feed over here. And it's going to make right there, and it's going to make TMR. Collect your manure there. You have a feed silo. Okay, lots of different silos here. You have a very large fuel tank. Storage sheds here. You get a very large pig barn, pigsty, and it holds 300 pigs. You have a very large hay and straw silo that holds 800,000, quite a bit. Everything is big here, so if you like big farms, you're gonna like this map. And it's a beautiful map anyway. It has a lot of detail. Has a very large chicken barn, and the chicken barn holds 500 chickens, so very large. This is where your eggs show up right here. Very, very big. Manure for your pigs. Okay, we're going to go around this way. You have your main farm silo. Okay, right here. Put it in there, pick it up there. You got a shed over here with one of your tractors. This happens to be, you have one large tractor. This is it, the Fent. Very, very nice. 1046. Got these large silos. Now let me show you something cool about the silo. It is linked to the railroad. You got this consumable storage shed right here where you can put a bunch of pallets, 200 pallets. Got these sheds over here. You come with a very nice harvester case, 9250. I like that one. It's a good harvester. I usually get that anyway. You have this McCormick tractor. It's upgradable to 310 horsepower. Now let me show you over here to the right of this pallet storage. If you go down here, you can rent the train, okay, which is pretty cool. And your silo runs right to the railroad track. So you can go from your silo to the train. Okay, you've got a seed silo, so you can put seeds in here. And then right here you have liquid fertilizer, not solid fertilizer, but you can get both liquid fertilizer there and seeds, which is cool. So you got a place to store those. You got these large overhead thing here, your header for the harvester. You got a power push trailer. I like the power push anyway. Does well going in the pig or the cow barn. You got a pretty large, one of the larger, but not the largest, forage wagon. Of course, you're going to be dealing with a lot of grass here. Okay. You have one honey thing over there between your fields, and this is where you pick your honey up. So you got a beehive, one beehive. It's pretty large storage in here. More large storage in here. They have lights, which is cool. You have a lot of shed space, a lot of storage for equipment and material. You're going to store bales and stuff in here, or you can turn it off and use it as vehicle storage. Okay, you have a very large silage silo. Okay, let me show you your fields. Okay, this is your farm area, and this is your one field. So we're going to go take a look at that. It's right here. And of course it has wheat in it. So you need the wheat. You can feed the wheat to your chickens, get them started, use the straw. You need the straw, of course, to make manure for your cows and stuff. And that's it. Prices of the fields aren't too bad. So you have this one. That one cost $323. This one cost $233. So pretty reasonably priced, right there close. Okay, let me run through here. This is your pickup truck. It's over at the shop. Vintage, 1958. It's really cool. One thing cool about this too, this truck is, you know, you can open the doors, you can open the hood, so it's cool. It has a trailer hitch, pretty good knobby tires. Okay, here's your shop over here where you pick up your stuff. This is where you can do maintenance. Now, a word of caution. Sometimes if you have the AIs drive to the shop, if you do that and you can't find it, that's because it went over here and went in the water. Okay, I've had that happen several times. So it tries to go this way, cuts through there, winds up in the water, and that happened to me. So that's a thing. All right, let me just give you a little look around. Oh, let me show you something else too before I do that. Okay, here's your tractor we saw already, your big tractor, your harvester. Now this forklift, I don't know why you have that forklift with that on there. I guess you could have pallets or something. But you have an oil well. If you look at your production, okay, you have an oil well that makes crude oil, and you collect that by putting these barrels in there. Okay, so these barrels right here, and you can physically lift them up because they're empty. Okay, if I take one over to here, you can buy these at the shop for $20 a pop. Now look, I had a little bit of crude oil in there, 150, so I could turn that on and sell that. And you might want to also buy the refinery. There's a refinery. You can pump oil from there to the refinery and make some more money. So that's pretty cool that you own this. Let me show you where that is on the map. Okay, we're going to zoom out. The refinery is over here in this area. And then the shop is right up here. But I want to show you something cool too. A lot of cool details in there. I'm not going to show you everything, but this right here, it has a very nice looking ball field. Really, really cool. Show you some of these points of interest here. You got the bio plant there. Crude oil. This is where the your refinery is that you can purchase. Okay, it's like $150,000. That will make you a lot of money. A lot of money. Here's your train depot right there. Pallet flavored milk bottles. That's interesting too. That's different. Let's go to our truck here. I just want to ride up by the, let you see some of the map because it's very, very pretty, very well done. A lot of detail in this map. Definitely not plain, okay? Based in the US. So we're leaving the shop here, going north. I just want to show you this ball field because it's beautiful. You got water over here. There's a restaurant. Look at this. Isn't that cool? And there's people walking around in there. Got like a park over there, you know, in addition to the ball field, playground and stuff. And there you go. Okay, so we're just cruising on the way to the farm. Impeding traffic. Yeah, he's worked, but they're a little finicky, and just like any other map, some of them, you know, points of sale, they won't get there, they'll get lost. Going back to the shop while he's going there. I found out if you go to, if you're trying to go to the shop, if you put here instead, and then go from there to there, because when you put here, sometimes he winds up in the water, so. A lot of picturesque scenery in here. Very, very nice, nicely done. Farmer's market there on the corner. Whoa! Oof! Well, heck. Guess he didn't use a blinker. Okay, we're coming up on your farm. You can see it there. There's the horse barn. And your house is right up there. And you have a nifty little garage too. Okay, turn in here to go to your farm. Okay, so there's your garage that goes to your house. Pretty cool. Let's take a look real quick. Once again, a lot of detail. You got a saw over there, some other stuff. Fireplace is going, even though it's August. The stove. Tool bench. Very, very nice. And of course, there's your house that we looked at. Very nice too. That's pretty much the map. What I do is jump on that crude oil thing right off and then start harvesting your wheat. Put some cows in there. There is a grass field, but you don't own it. Right over here. But you could buy it. Let me just see what that cost. It's $209,000. So you could buy this grass field, start doing hay right off. A little irregular shape, but hey, it'll work. Oh, also your main silo over here, I forgot to mention, Since it goes to the railroad, it also holds hay and straw. So, usually you can't put hay and straw in a regular silo, but you can in this one. And it's very, very large, like 2 million capacity or something. Okay, let me just show you the rest of your equipment real quick. The tractors we looked at, you got a medium tractor with 310 horsepower, a large tractor with 476, large harvester, forklift that's over at the oil well, nice 1958 truck. You have 2 trailers, one for 34 cubic meters, the other one's 18 and a half cubic meters. You have the header for your harvester. You have a very nice large cultivator that you're going to pull with the large tractor. You have a pretty nice seeder, pretty large. You have a fertilizer spreader that is both lime and solid fertilizer, so that's good. However, you have a container that does liquid fertilizer, so you might want to look at getting a spreader. That way you have to run back to the shop. The shop is kind of far away. You have a very good mower, 2-part mower. You have a kind of a small tedder, but not bad, not bad. You have a very nice windrower, and you have a nice forage wagon. This particular one, you have to remember to open it and close it, but it's like next to the largest one. And then you have a very nice baler wrapper. So you have everything you need to get started on this map, equipment-wise. So, and that's it. That's pretty much the map. So if you know someone that likes large American maps, this is the Somerset map, and share this with them. I'm Farmer Teacher, and I'll see you on the next go-round. See you later. Bye-bye.